We're a unique facility, we're a unique agency, and we're not just about bed and bread. We're about rebuilding someone's life. I rarely call us a homeless shelter. We're a transitional living facility. That's where the huge part of our success lies. This past year, 89% of our transitional housing program folks left with income. That's huge.
What was the first experience you had, being homeless or spending a night on the street?
In High Point. Well, Louisiana, I always had somewhere to go. I'd stay with a cousin or something like that, but High Point was the start. And it was just crazy, man. We were mess blowing my check, stealing everything from my girlfriend at the time, TV, VCR, I think it was Sega Genesis, lost a place to stay, lost her. I did everything wrong. I never tried. I didn't care, I just wanted to get high. I don't take it for granted no more. I'm real serious, no nonsense. No nonsense, because I'm tired of losing.
Our goal is to give people everything they need. One of the things that I like to say is, wherever you're at in life, we're going to meet you like that. And hand to hand, and whatever you need to help rebuild your life, wherever you're at, we want to provide that. If it's yoga, Zumba, Bible study, one-on-one mentoring. We have 2 one-on-one mentor programs that have started now. One for women called Jobs for Life. Another one that's Garden Center called Growing Places. So we really want to provide every opportunity. That's why when I say we're not just about bed and bread, we're really about a lot more than that. Really the key to our success are our service coordinators and counselors that we have on staff that meet with people one-on-one, determine their goal plan, and hold them accountable, but give them support at the same time.
Nothing really compares to how extensive this program is. The shelter I worked at before, we had 120 beds and we had 1 case manager, where my program alone has, when we're totally full, 34 beds. And I'm the only case manager for that, but we have other case managers for the other programs. So it's a lot more intensive here, a lot more support than most shelters. Our goal is that everybody move on into whatever their long-term housing plan is within 90 days of coming in. Some people face obstacles that are just going to take longer. If you have a really long record, if you don't have any sobriety time, if you need time to work on getting out of debt, so you could rent a place without being turned down a lot. You need time to work on that, and so we'll allow them to apply for transitional, and they can move on into that program.
I know this is God given here. This is a launch pad for me. See, this is not a shelter anymore. This is a launch pad. Anybody can come in and stay there 90 days and waste time, and then leave. I'm not here for that. I'm here for a new life. There's a difference. Melissa's here for a new life. This is where we're going to be at. This is where I'm going to make my money. This is where I'm going to start my new life. This is where I'm going to start school at. Everything that I need to do, I'm going to start it here.
We want to be able to give families a safe place to go when they lose their job, when they go back to school, single moms. We want to keep doing that. So sustaining this place is essential. People ask me all the time, well, who are homeless people? 25% of homeless individuals are women, but the overwhelming majority of homeless families are female, single parent families. That these are mamas and kids that we're talking about. That's who's homeless.
I am a victim of domestic violence. My husband was abusive and controlling, and so he decided that on Thanksgiving he wanted to put his hands on me in front of my children. That was the last straw. I had him arrested. I packed my children up. I left. So that's how we ended up in that situation. Originally, my family's from New York. I've seen the shelters there. So, that was the first thing that crossed my mind. A bunch of crazy people, not on their medication, dirty, nasty. That wasn't that. It was nice. It was clean. Everybody was friendly. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, I think I can bring my kids around here. I wasn't basically looking for a handout. I was looking for a hand up so I could take off running. You know, because me and my children were sleeping in cars and wherever, you know, it just wasn't cool. And then the fact that we could pack a house up in a day, that's scary. So I don't want my kids to have to live like that. And here we didn't have to live like that. We were comfortable enough to unpack. You know, we finally got to unpack for a while. It felt good. I'm tired of living out of baskets and buckets and suitcases. I stopped receiving child support from the ex because he's in jail now, get ready to do some serious time. So I wasn't able to pay my bills, and Sonya said, come talk to me. So they helped me, and she said that they were going to continue to help me till I found a job. She said, as long as I continue going to school and do what I need to do. And I have, and I am.
When I was in the corporate world, success was measured on profit margins. And here success is measured in people. Every single one of them has a different story. Every single one of them defines success in a different way. And our job and our goal is to help them find that success and that personal victory. There isn't one way. Just like there isn't one way in anything. You go into any group of people and ask them, how do you define success? What is your personal victory? If there's 100 people in the room, you're going to have 100 different answers. And we are reminded of that every single day. And that's why I think it's funny when people say, we just got to do this and just got to get a job. Boy, if it was only that simple. If it was only that simple. So seeing people achieve their personal victory is the greatest victory here.
It's not going to be over when I leave here and get on my feet. See, I'm coming back. I got something else to give back. So it's, you know, so Fred is kind of like their creation, put it that way, you know. And I want them to know that, you know, my success is going to be part of their success because they had a big hand in it. I've been to shelters before, like I said, but they push more paper around here than I ever seen in my life. They get it done. You need to know that. Todd, Tina, you know, Laura, Sonya, Graham, you know, all of them. They get it done. You know, and they're going to love you at the same time.
What matters to me is at the end of the day, people's needs have been met. People are making progress. And, you know, I remember with that resident I mentioned earlier about him relapsing over and over again, and like on the 7th try, making it, you know, and being sober for like 9 months now. You know, I remember celebrating when he made it to like 40 days in shelter, and then he relapsed again. But 40 days was huge because the first time was maybe only a week. And for him, there was, you know, triumph in that. And yes, he still had to start over and had to keep working on it, but it was progress, and, you know, it got him to where he is today, ultimately. And so I have to recognize that because these small victories can be life-changing for people.
A lot of success has come out of here and will continue coming out of here. You know, people, you know, they just don't know, you know, this place is successful. You know, it really is. You know, and I'm glad to see it. People get their own apartments. And, you know, I had one fellow that got a bill the other day. He was like, man, what is this, man? I think that's a light bill, you know, and I never had to pay a light bill before, man. I want to know what it's like paying a light bill.
What's your idea of your own personal success? Do you have a picture of that? Or
Yeah.
in your head?
You talking about recovery-wise?
Everything. Yeah. When will you feel like you're living like you want to?
Tell you like this here. When my house is in order, I've completed my job. When me and Melissa get married and we can get our own place, you know, when her health is up to standard and mine is too, you know, and we out here, you know, doing what we're supposed to do, you know, giving back to the community, my house is in order. You know, bottom line. That's when I knew that I'm successful.